really big stressor for me.
Yeah, we never get to like leave our job.
No. You never get to leave, period. You never get the opportunity to withdraw from the situations. We get into a debacle, and the next thing you know, we have to fix the altercation right then and there because we're always around each other. You know what I mean? It's not like, okay, I can go home, take a breather, and come back. You can't, because the person that you're beefing with is like laying next to you or 10 feet away from you.
Yeah.
You just can't.
It's
really hard. You can't get away from it. And people are different. Amanda can handle a situation in 10 minutes and she's good. And there's people who take days to calm down. It's just really tough. It's really tough. Today just like, dude, I almost walked out the gate today.
Yeah.
Honest to God, like, didn't think twice about it. Almost walked out the gate.
Me too. Especially last night and today.
I've never been so pissed off at the situation.
What were you mad about? Bella?
Not just that. I mean, different aspects. I mean, like, take into account you wake up mad in this place.
Yeah, I know.
You wake up.
Yeah, and your head's already
groggy.
Yeah, your head's already ahead of you.
Yeah, like you're on a half an inch of cotton, and then you got a freaking moving blanket that won't even cover 3/4 of your body.
Yeah.
You know, so you wake up in a bad mood, and I got to wake up early in the morning and cook for 14 other people who don't want the same thing every day, but everybody wants something different, and you know.
Well, not everybody.
Well, not everybody, but you have those people that have opinions that are just ridiculous, and they just jab and jab and jab every single day. And then you got to turn around and do the same thing for dinner every day, and it's just like people play the blame game. They can't do their job because I can't do mine, or I'm not doing this or that, and without being a jerk, I have the most important job that's here. People can't do what they have to do without eating. You know, I mean, that's the fuel that gets you going for your day to do what you have to do. So it's really stressful on me, man. And today was just like I was pissed off about the whole sentencing thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, you know, it'll blow over. You know, Monday will come around, I'll do this little thing with Amanda, and that'll be the extent of it. But to come to me in the middle of the damn day and tell me, hey, I need you to go out there and start hoeing in the hot sun by myself. Like, yeah, Chris was out there. He was doing it beforehand, too. And so was Kyle. But let's be serious for 2 seconds. You really do have to look at the racial implications involved in this situation. I'm the only black guy here. I'm the first person. I mean, it's true. Like, think about it.
I know.
I'm the only black guy here. I'm the first one to get accused of and sentenced in the entire group. And then the first thing that they decide to do is make me do manual labor like I'm part of a chain gang.
I know.
Like, dude.
That's why I lost my mind.
And then I'm sitting here doing it, and I got 6 white people all surrounding me, looking. I mean, let's be serious. I mean, I had points in times where I stopped and I like leaned up, and then like Chris was just sitting there. Like, you don't get me wrong, he was working hard too, but you know what I mean? Like, Chris was just sitting there staring, and then Cal was sitting there staring and picking up rocks and putting them in a fucking basket. Then you and Hex are sitting there laying on the grass. Then I got Rob and Taylor looking down from the top corner. Then I turn my head around, there's Nikki and Dedeker standing in the door staring at me, and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I know.
Like, seriously? You guys want me to sit here and keep on fucking doing this?
With the axe.
Yeah, with a fucking pickaxe? Like, yo, like, excuse me.
Yeah, but it took me about not even a minute to lose it.
And
you were there for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta tell you,
out.
I saw you flip, and it on one end,
it probably pissed you off even more.
No, see what the thing is, where I'm from, man, like, I don't boast about it, and I also don't like to throw pity parties, so I don't talk about it, you know? But, like, I'm from the most racial state known to man. Like, I can still go to Mississippi right now and not be served at restaurants. I can't go to the bathroom. Like, you know, you hate hearing it all the time, so stereotypical, you know, it's hard being a black man in America, yeah.
No, I don't. It's like...
But it really is. Like, it's not easy. When I came here, my expectations were to leave all of that shit behind, not to come here and then have to think about the racial aspects of everything.
Well, we are dealing with social building.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, that fucking sucks. Like, everything we do,
I know.
you know, it's like the first thing, like, racial implications nonstop. And that was really bad. It's like, we don't care what other people think. Okay, cool. But you're on a platform, and everything you're doing is being perceived by millions of people, no matter how, like Chris was saying.
Maybe tens of thousands.
Okay, well, Chris was in the mindset of, well, it wasn't like that until you made it like that. No. It's about how people perceive it. You can't change how people perceive certain situations, dude. You know, and it looks really bad on us. I was all with the whole, you know, go to Amanda to talk, you know, the behavioral thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. But manual labor, I don't agree with that for anybody. White, black, girl, female, like, what are you gonna do when Amanda does something? What if Amanda committed the same infraction?
That was even worse. He goes, the girls will wash dishes and the guys will till the field. I was
like, what kind of shit is that?
Bad.
Like, that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
It's like,
I really lost it today.
Let the girls get soapy hands and then get like fucking blisters. I got 4 blisters across my hand.
It wasn't like, let's make them do the accounting for the night.
Like, seriously, man.
You know.
After I finish that, then I got to go in the kitchen and cook for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, that shit, like, today was just one of those days, man. Then I walk in the house and then to find out that, and this is no offense to Kristen, it's just like shit stacking on top of each other. I put in the food order, so I'm assuming that the food will be here by like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I was going to cook with some of that stuff, only to find out the food's not coming today.
Yeah.
And she didn't let me know or tell anybody. The food order was in before 12 o'clock. She got this email at 3.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and I didn't take anything out. So that you know, had me pissed off. And then that fucking meeting, are you kidding me?
I didn't know about that meeting. I wanted to go talk to you. I didn't want to have that meeting because I figured ignorance is ignorance. What am I going to say? I blew up over there, and I blew up again because it was like the stupidest fucking thing we could possibly do here. And I had to like let people know that it was fucking stupid.
It makes it that much worse that we got to sit around in a fucking circle and talk about race.
Yeah. I have a feeling we got, like, it's crazy.
It really pissed me off.
I'm sorry you had a bad day.
I really was about to walk out the gate, dude. I walked in the house, put everything on the stove, and like walked over to my crate and just sat there and paced. And I'm like, do I just walk out of here? The only reason why I think I haven't yet, man, is because I just feel like I'm mentally tougher than what it is.
Right.
But
I know
I don't like to quit.
Yeah, I talked about that in my interview. I said I've been in so many situations in my life I've ever been comfortable in, and I just stick it out. And like, I don't know. I like to think like sticking this out a little longer is like, I have to have a leap of judgment. Like, all like thinking points me to be like, just walk the fuck out of here.
Right.
What the fuck is the point?
Seriously.
There's no rational reason to be here. But I have to have this leap that's just like, there is some reason.
You gotta be here for something. I feel like just like Father John, I talked to him again. I was like, you know,
why am I here?
When that time comes around, you know, and your job is done, you'll be leaving.
Right.
And he felt like his job was done.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, you know, he left right afterwards.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way right now, man. Seriously, I'm just kind of like, my whole mission of being here was just to show people the power of food and how it brings people together. And so far, all I have to deal with is like 3/4 of the people together, and then 1/4, well, not even 1/4 anymore. It was just Nikki, Red, and Bella, you know, arguing with them constantly about food. And it's like, Bella's talking about she had liver failure.
Yeah, I don't believe that. She wouldn't be here.
She wouldn't be here right now. Like, are you kidding me? If you had liver failure, you'd still be in the hospital.
Yeah.
My grandmother had liver failure.
Yeah, she said her liver was enlarged. I was like, yeah. And then she goes, and it's because of the food. I was like, I don't know, maybe you have hepatitis, but like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking.
Like, seriously, she literally told Bree and Nikki that I was killing them. The doctor said that I was killing them. with the food that I'm serving. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, so I've been serving the same type of food for quite some time now. Nobody's complained or died. So what's going on? And that's not even factoring in how these people came in.
Right.
You know, like...
I think it's just hard to ignore it.
You can't.
Yeah.
Like,
you just
seriously.
get pecked at until you die. But I'll tell you, man, I mean, you know as well as I do, there's certain organizations out there that people will peck at.
You really can't use... Dude, if I had... All I needed is music.
Right.
And I would be okay, you know? I could tune everything out and just listen to my music.
Yeah.
I would be okay. People couldn't get to me as easily. You know, I can't even do that. And that makes it that much harder. That's what I did when I was deployed. You know, like, my parents don't even know I deployed.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's the craziest thing. Like, I didn't even tell them that I was gone when I was living in Fort Hood, Texas. Like, I would just come home. I came home twice while I was at Fort Hood. And, like, that was it.
Yeah.
You know, I was gone for almost 9. And I drove from Fort Hood to my mom's house. I, like, borrowed my uncle's car and everything just to keep the story going.
Right.
But while I was gone, the one thing that kept me sane was music or, you know, drawing. Or, like, I got to deal with Bella with this fucking art stuff, dude. I asked for where the acrylic paint is. She says, I don't know. I say, okay. Then I go over to her bed. I find 3 tubes of acrylic paint. Then I say, Bella, can I borrow, you know, the paintbrush? She said, yeah, sure, go ahead. So I walk outside to the porch. I grab the paintbrush. I go back to my bed. I start painting. Bella walks in. She says, hey, do you know when you're going to be done with that paint? Like, not even 15 minutes later. You know when you're going to be done with that paintbrush? I really got to go ahead and get started painting on these pictures. I'm trying to make money for the group so that I can eat better.
Anytime somebody says it's for the group, don't listen to them.
I'm just, at all. I'm like, what the freak, man? Like,
it's such an old fucking trick.
Come on, man. You sold like 2 paintings.
Nikki always wants to use the computer for the group.
Yo, she did the same thing today to me. She came up to me and said, hey, I need to send out this email really quick. I said, yeah. And what was my time? I said, didn't you already send your stuff out? Or, like, didn't you already have your time? She said, well, I need to just check with this woman because she's supposed to be coming. Like, I don't know how we deal with emergencies. I think we should deal with emergencies as a case-to-case basis. And it's like, yo, shut up.
Is it emergency if that lady comes or not? No.
Shut up. If she doesn't come, she won't come.
Today she came up to me and tried that. And I go, I don't have much time on here. I'm working. Just leave me alone. And she walked away. I mean, she doesn't seem to hold a grudge, though. So I don't know why we have to be not. You know what I mean? You got to just be like, just... Ugh.
I just told her don't touch... Like, she walked in the kitchen earlier while I was cooking just a little while ago. And she, like, tried to come and give me a hug. I said, don't touch me.
Yeah.
And she just walked away. Like, I don't have time. Like, Cal pissed me off over there. Yeah. That shit pissed me off so bad, dude. I just told him to shut up. Basically, I told him to shut up.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, don't worry about it, man. He was talking to Chris. He was like, don't worry about it, man. He's just redirecting all of his anger and frustration. He's just
he wasn't.
He's like, he's just really upset about his current situations that are transpiring with Dedeker at the current moment. And, you know, those are the kind of things that you really just can't. And I said, hey, look, seriously, dude, let's just drop it in the whole thing. That has nothing to do with this. And, you know, like, I agree with Mike in certain aspects, but let's just say, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and do what I have to do. I'm going to suck it up, and I'll be done with it. Because you know the first thing that's going to happen if I don't do it. Right. Everybody's going to bitch, moan, and complain. Would. You know he is.
But Josh is an idiot.
But his first thing is, I didn't want it to go this far. That's what he just said. Right?
Really?
It shouldn't have gone this far. But you were just arguing in the group about it,
you know,
before the trial.
Go away.
Yeah, that I should go away about it. And the rules that we have implemented aren't taken seriously.
Yeah.
So it's like, what? Make up your mind. What do you want?
Yeah, he goes both ways, as we know.
Touche, my friend.
You know what I mean? He goes both ways. He's trisexual.
Yes. So I'm just like, dude,
Yeah, you had a day.
I had one of these days, man. Today was just
it's like constant noise and frustration. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's like I mean, Kristen got baptized. You know, like, we all find our way.
Yeah.
I feel like At any day, though, there's different ways to cope.
It's just hard to be consistent with it. You can't do one, you do it today, you can't turn around and do it tomorrow,
No.
Like as soon as you find one thing, somebody's right there to take that one away.